to like what is happening here with this Duke softball team. Coming off 2 amazing seasons, 3 really, when you count the COVID year. Marissa Young saw 2 of her coaches move on, one to a head coaching job, one to a big-time assistant job, and she brings in Olivia Watkins and Sydney Romero, a multiple-time champion out at Oklahoma, and the sister of Sierra Romero, who I called a lot of games when she was at Marissa Young's alma mater, and I actually called games with Sierra Romero at the Big Ten Network. She was actually really good, but I don't think it was her thing. As runners at first and second, as digging in is Tapia. Tapia pops this high in the air, pretty deep. They may tag. They do tag, and both runners advance. That's great base running. So now runners at second and third with just 1 out. Good play by Johnson, number 99, out in center field to get it back in, but tremendous base running as Gold advances over to third and Goddard advances over to second, and that'll bring up Torres. Torres pinch hit and drew a walk for an RBI. 6 of the 9 runs were earned in that 9-1 Game 1 win. Torres now swinging here all the way. Right fielder is under it, tagging up for the first run. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Torres. And coming across is Gold, and it's Duke 1, Charleston Southern 0 here in the bottom of the first. Advancing over to third base is Goddard. Good piece of hitting by Torres, who will get credit for another RBI, sacrifice fly. She's had 2 at-bats, a walk and a sacrifice fly, and 2 RBI. That will work. And that'll bring up Davidson, who went opposite field for a 3-run home run, and they turned out to be essentially the game-winning runs courtesy of the run rule anyway. Not officially, it would be that second run, but that 3-run home run put it at 9-1, and Duke got it done in the bottom of the 5th to make it a 5-inning game. Quick, easy out. As Duke has pushed their record to 8-3 on the season. And it's worth reminding you that Duke's losses are all quality losses too. So when you start to think about RPI and rankings later on, and I mean, they lost to number 14 Washington by 1. They only gave up 4 runs to Oklahoma, and they lost by 1 to Alabama. Those are their only 3 losses, sprinkled in with wins over Liberty, number 17 Stanford, UCF, Arkansas, Michigan, who's always really good. This Duke team's legit. So Yonga out in front, 1-2 of Davidson. Davidson, as I mentioned in that first game, she rarely strikes out. In fact, I think she's only struck out 1 time this season. Little grounder, second baseman, good play over to first. So Duke will leave 1. They get a couple hits, and they get 1 across through 1. It's Duke 1, Charleston Southern 0. Welcome back to Duke Softball Stadium. Beautiful day to play 2. Duke took Game 1 over Charleston Southern 9-1 to improve their record to 8-3. Top of the second, Duke pushing 1 across in the bottom of the first, and Charleston Southern will be coming to the plate with batters 4, 5, and 6. That'll start with Schoenweiss, then followed by Johnson and Johnson. First will be Lacey Johnson.
Number 6, Harper Schoenweiss.
And then it'll be Anna Grace Johnson. Both of them coming over as a package deal from Abilene Christian. So here we go. Schoenweiss getting ready for the pitch from Walker. Walker pitched the last 2 of the first 5 of Game 1. And now is starting her 4th consecutive inning. Walker giving up 2 hits in that first game. She has not given up a hit in this second game. Just missing is Walker. Schoenweiss. Wow, what a beautiful pitch from Walker. Off speed. I mentioned it earlier, just a little bit of spins, got a little bit of dip as it crosses the plate. And right in the eye line of the home plate umpire, who for this game is Jacob St. John. Roger Potts is now at first base. Look at the third baseman superstar in gold. Gold makes everything look easy. Phenomenal defender as Gold charges it. Anna Gold, the sophomore from New York, Boston Spa High School.
Number 99, Lacey Johnson.
That'll bring up number 99, Lacey Johnson. With her sister on deck. Walker's first pitch hit hard but foul. Hired in January of 2021, Christy Musser down at first base. Ashley Urcolano, the assistant coach, I believe is at first base. Musser at third base, hopefully I said that correctly, and Lily Bishop, also part of the staff. 0-1 pitch from Walker. Woo! Just missing right there. Decent crowd here. We got some dogs out. Got people sitting on the hill, sitting in the stands, running around this beautiful campus of Duke. It's a beautiful day. And as always, I got the best seat in the house. So glad you're with us here on ACC Network Extra. My name's Dean Linke. Off-speed pitch again. Waiting on it was Johnson. Lacey Johnson had 2 of the 6 hits. She was 2 for 2 in game 1 for the Buccaneers, trying to keep that going. Hit sharply. Wow, this defense is solid. Well done by Boyette, who came on in that first game. Boyette replaced Vega after Vega
13, Anna Grace Johnson.
had made just a little bit of a mistake. They bring in Boyette, and she turns 2, like almost the next pitch. Maybe not quite the next pitch, but pretty close. So this will be the other Johnson making her first appearance, Anna Grace Johnson. She did not appear in that first game for Duke. She comes in 7 at bats, still looking for her first hit of the season. It is just her 5th game, her 3rd game starting for the Buccaneers, who come in at 4-3 after dropping game number 1 to Duke. The 2-0 pitch. Right down Main Street there for the strike. Walker has looked impressive here. As Walker and Sophie Garner-McKinnon get a chance to spend some time in the circle. Garner-McKinnon had 2 strikeouts in 3 innings, and Walker 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. In that first game. Count is full with 2 outs here, top of the second. Meckley led off the game with a walk, but left early, and so that was nullified. Walker got the next 2 and got the first 2 here in the second, trying to get the third. They'll say foul ball as it comes back to Walker. If you're wondering about Duke in the bottom of the second, it's Zampa, Rodriguez, and Boyette for the Duke Blue Devils. Full count pitch, off speed, just missing. So it'll be a 2-out walk. Good piece of batting there from Anna Grace Johnson, the redshirt senior. She's at first base.
Number 00, Lexi Markle.
So that'll bring up Lexi Marco, 00, 0 for 2 in the first game. Marco came in hitting 200, now has dropped under that all-important 200 line. Good bounce-back pitch coming from Walker. A 2-out walk. Second walk from Walker in this game. Hit sharply down to the rock that is gold, all the way across the field to Tapia. And 1 walk, 1 left. We played 1.5. Game 2, Duke 1, Charleston Southern 0.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
It'll be the first at bat for Rodriguez. Boyette, who came on defensively, officially went
Duke center fielder.
0 for 0 in that Game 1 win. So here is the center fielder, Zampa. So Zampa came into Game 1 looking for her first hit and got it. Zampa showing bunt, and it's crossed for a strike. So Zampa getting her first hit of the season, also scored a run in that first game. Oh, 1 pitch to Zampa. Zampa way out in front of it. Ripped it foul. But now Yonga out in front of the count here on Zampa. Let's see if she's got what they call a purpose pitch here. Up 0-2 to Zampa, who's looking pretty confident. Jones, Johnson, and Lewis across the outfield left to right for the Buccaneers. Ooh. 0-2, just missing. Pretty good pitch there. That was a purpose pitch that almost counted. Markle, Meckley, Johnson, Schoenweiss. And then once again, it's Prince catching back-to-back games for the Buccaneers and Coach Christy Musser. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and strike 3. Really good job by Anna Yonga. So Yonga gets it done.
The catcher, number 32, Kyrie Rodriguez.
Came in with 43 strikeouts. So that'll bring up Rodriguez, who is catching in this game. Did not appear in Game 1. So her first shot at it comes out swinging. Good rip at it. Kyrie Rodriguez, the freshman out of West Palm Beach, Florida. This is her 5th game, 4th start. Comes in 1 for 10 with 3 runs. Does have an RBI. She has struck out twice. She got her hit in the win over San Jose State. And also had an RBI in that game. Just a little bit low from Yonga. Boyette waiting on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Anayunga, the ace, perfect 3-0 on the season for the Buccaneers. And just a little bit low to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 5'4" catcher. We'll keep an eye on how long Marissa Young will keep her walker in the circle for Duke. Hit hard over to Marco, and Marco gets it over to Schoenweiss, 1 up, 1 down.
Second base, number 21, Julia Boyette.
So they'll bring up Julia Boyette, who came on defensively strong. Still looking for her first hit of the season. Last year she hit .308 in 13 games, didn't start any. 2021 she played in 6 games and hit .200. She did hit a home run a year ago, so she does have the ability to take it deep. As I mentioned, the wind blowing primarily out to left field. And this will be across for a first pitch strike from Ana Yonga. Yonga, the senior from Baldwin, Missouri, Marquette High School. Does that customary 3-ball slap into the glove, takes a look at the signal, and is ready to pitch. Ahead in the count 0-1. Popped in the air. Underneath it is Johnson, and that will do it. So a 1-2-3 inning. Duke Blue Devils, 1 run on 1 hit. They've left 1 through 2 innings. They lead Charleston Southern by a score of 1-0.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. After 2, Duke leads 1-0. Extends a warm welcome to all the K9 and human fans in attendance for today's Bark at the Park game.
Welcome back to today's Bark in the Park game, where you're seeing plenty of dogs and quite a bit of bite out of Duke in that first game. Charleston Southern comes to the plate here in the top of third of game 2 after they lost in game 1 by a score of 9-1. It's 1-0. It'll be 8-9-1 for Christy Musser and the Buccaneers. So that'll mean Cribb, Jones, and then back to the top of the order, Meckley. Walker remains in the circle for the Duke Blue Devils, as she has now pitched in 5 straight innings. As well, she's pitched in at least 4. This is her 5th. First pitch pop-up, and quick order of it is Tapia under it. Now they'll throw it around. 1 pitch, 1 out for Duke.
Left fielder number 2, Wesleyan Jones.
So here's the left fielder number 2, Wesleyan Jones. Jones 1 for 2, so had 1 of the 6 hits in game number 1. And Jones looks at a strike. So 2 pitches for Walker here in the top of the third. 1's an out, 1's a strike. The lefty, Walker, looking good. Leans back, leans in, just missing. Decent frame from Rodriguez, getting the start at catcher. 4th start in Rodriguez's young career, the freshman out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Duke can recruit all over the country. And Rodriguez again, a solid frame there for the strike. It's 1-2. And because of that, Duke has become what you could call an instant power, I think. Not just in the ACC, but nationally. They were in 14. They have played an ambitious schedule. They are deep. They've got what appears to be 5 quality pitchers. They've got a little bit of power. They've got a little bit of speed. Defensively, they are locked down on the corners. It's a good team. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a dirty, nasty, filthy off-speed pitch from Walker will strike out the number 9 hitter, Jones. So on limited pitchers, limited pitches. There's 2 outs already with the top of the order, and this has been the toughest out, make no mistake, as Ashley Meckley walked her last time up, got a hit and a walk in the first game. Now, she was called out for leaving early, though. So let's see what Walker does with Meckley's second time around. Leads off with an off-speed pitch. Another pretty dirty one, and that's a strike. Dare I say, Walker is feeling it in the circle for Marissa Young, the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils, the junior out of Oklahoma. It's a little bit outside. Walker, good size, listed at 6 feet tall. So nice tall presence in the circle for the Duke Blue Devils. Then that left-handed delivery. She looks good. Shortstop will slide over, 2 hands, just a beautiful play. Another 1-2-3 inning. We played 2.5. Duke took game 1 9-1. They lead game 2 1-0 over Charleston Southern.
In the top of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left for Charleston.
Seasons to get ready to get Duke on the map, and coming off 3 incredible seasons, including that COVID-shortened season. 40-plus victories in back-to-back years. They're number 14 in the country. It'll be the bottom of the order in Baker. Then they'll turn it back over to Gold, Goddard, and Tapia, as Duke got 1 run across on 1 hit. Both teams have left one. Duke coming to the plate here in the bottom of the third, facing the ace for Charleston Southern, Anna Yanga. Yanga has given up 1 hit, 1 run, has struck out 1, and first pitch swinging there was Baker. Baker 1 for 2 with a run to improve her average to 286 in game 1. When she leads off any inning, she's hitting 200, on base percentage above 300. Behind in the count 0-1. Yonga. Good play by the second baseman, Johnson, diving for it, and 1 up, 1 down, as right now both teams are up there swinging and they're getting outs, so letting the defense do the work. We turn it back over to the top of the order, Anna Gold, who has been light out at third base, the sophomore. Gold in that first game, 0 for 2. In this game, she has a base hit and has scored the only run of the game. Gold, first pitch, some decent heat there from Yonga, but just outside. Anna Gold, a year ago, started 49 games and hit .313 with 9 home runs, so she's got some good power. Yet to hit a home run this year. She does have a triple. Just missing. Right now, Yonga is just bringing straight heat. Let's see if she goes off speed here with this one. Both fastballs missing, rising out of the strike zone, 2-0. This one hit pretty deep, pretty far, and foul. Wow. I just mentioned the 9 home runs a year ago from Gold. She hit 2 home runs against NC State March 13th, 2022. She had 5 RBI a year ago at Georgia Tech. As I said, she came in ready to play, appeared in 51 games, started 49, 12 doubles, a triple, 9 home runs, 35 RBI, finished the season a year ago slugging .626. She is slugging on the season this year above .460. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gold, who just missed going yard, waits on it, pops it high in the air. A little bit of communication problem, and that'll show up as a double. As sliding in the speed of Gold. Excellent base running. Could easily be ruled an error, but it won't, and I think she'll get credit for a double. At a minimum, she'll get credit for 1 and 1, but I think just based on her speed, don't be surprised if they give Gold a double and she's 2 for 2. So that'll bring up Sarah Goddard, the junior from Carmel, Indiana. After the 1 out, what we think is a double. Like, I would give her a double because after they couldn't figure out where the ball was, she made her way all the way over to second. Little small ball there from Goddard, and that'll push Gold over to third base now with 2 outs. That shows the confidence that Marissa Young has in the meat of the order there. With 1 out, small ball to move Gold over, and all you need is one little slip up from Prince, and Gold will make it 2-0, or any kind of hit from Tapia. So Giselle Tapia, the senior from Long Beach, California. In game 1, Tapia 1 for 1 with a run and an RBI. That's a pretty good day as she improved her average of 481. Now hitting 444 after flying out to the center fielder Johnson her first time up. And this is going to draw a visit now to the circle. Christy Musser assisted by Ashley Ercolano and Lily Bishop. I think that's Ashley Ercolano out there in the circle. If it's not, I apologize. 1 ball, no strike, 2 outs. Gold is the left fielder Jones and the shortstop Meckley. Communication was poor. Just kept on running and slid in safely into second. And now standing at third with 2 outs. Ripped. That'll score a run. So, once again, Marissa Young looks like a genius. And it's 2-0. A 1-out small ball sacrifice from Goddard. Pushing Gold over. Counting on Tapia to deliver with that 444 batting average. Tapia does deliver. And she's now got an 8 RBI on the season. And it's Duke 2, Charleston Southern 0. And Duke still at the plate here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs, and Torres coming to the plate. Torres flew out to left field, but it was a sacrifice fly, so she had a walk and an RBI in game 1, her only at bat, and her only at bat in game 2 is a sacrifice fly, so she's 0 for 0 with 2 RBI. That's pretty good. So Torres, who wears the number 3 jersey, the junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Freshman campaign, started 45 games, hit .238, had 1 home run. Last year started 33 games, had 3 home runs. This year she's already got 2 home runs. Which again talks a little bit about the depth of this Duke team under Marissa Young. I mean, 1 through 9, there is not an easy out here in this lineup. And then defensively, they just are stone-cold locks. Tapia at first. Torres with a couple RBI today. Way out in front of this. This one leaking into foul territory. Pretty good play, though, by the shortstop coming over. Mark. Game 1 by a score of 9-1 through 3 innings. They lead Charleston Southern by a score of 2-0 in game 2. For the Buccaneers here in the top of the 4th, it'll be 2, 3, and 4, as that'll be Prince, Lewis, and Schoenweiss. The catcher, Prince, digging in. Walker came on to finish the last 2 innings of a 5-inning game in the first inning, and she stays out there now in the 4th inning, so she is starting her 6th consecutive inning. And Walker looking good. In this game, through 3 1/3, she has walked only 2. She has not given up a hit, and she has struck out 1. That coming off 2 solid innings where she gave up 2 hits and had 2 strikeouts, also did not give up a run. So she's not given up a run, and in this game, she's not given up a hit. As Lewis will dig in. Lewis first pitch swinging in on the hands. Lewis flew out to the left fielder Davidson her first time up. In game 1, she went 1 for 3 with the only RBI of the game. Off-speed pitch, good job waiting on it, but the center fielder Zampa is under it, and once again Walker just quick work here. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring the number 4 hitter, Schoenweiss. Harper Schoenweiss 0 for 2 in the 5-inning 9-1 win for Duke in game 1. She grounded to the third baseman her first time up, where go down at third base is a human vacuum. What a luxury to have a sophomore third baseman that just can handle anything and make exquisite throws. Walker wanted that pitch, didn't get it. Two-0, 2-out pitch here. Walker inside 3-0. Lacey Johnson waiting on deck. And across for a strike. Really close, but Walker gets the call. It's 3-1. So Schoenweiss looking for her first hit of the day, 0 for 3 in the 2 games combined. 3 balls, 1 strike, off-speed pitch, just a little low. So now with 2 outs, a 2-out walk for the Buccaneers. In game 1, the Buccaneers, after giving up 3 in the first, did get 1 back in the third. They saw Duke answer it, and then Duke had 5 in the fourth, including a 3-run home run from Davidson to make it 9-1. This is Lacey Johnson, who grounded to the second baseman Godet her first time up, now goes out to right field. Underneath it is Goddard, who gets the start in this game. We've gone 3.5, and the Buccaneers still looking for their first hit of the game. The score, Duke 2, Charleston Southern 0.
Join Duke softball when they host Notre Dame for a 3-game series to strike out cancer, March 3rd through 5th. Duke softball will raise funds and awareness for breast cancer, pediatric cancer, and leukemia through the weekend. Admission is free to cancer fighters, survivors, and caretakers with promo code StrikeOutCancer. First pitch is set for Friday, March 3rd at 6 p.m. To purchase tickets for the series, visit goduke.com/softballtix.
The number 14 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th with a 2-0 lead in Game 2 over Charleston Southern. They got win number 8 in Game 1 in the fashion of a 9-1 5-inning score, as the win would go to Sophie Garner-McKinnon. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Marissa Young's Duke Blue Devils here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll be Davidson, who had the 3-run home run in game 1, followed by Zampa, followed by Rodriguez. Davidson grounded to the second baseman, Johnson, her first time up. Anna Yanga, shortstop over. Good play as it's Meckley over to Schoenweiss. 1 up, 1 down. Now Marissa Young, let's see if she wants to make a change here, as it looks like Francesca, known as Frankie Freelick, is going to come in to bat now. So Freelick for Zampa. Freelick did start game 1 at catcher and went 1 for 2 to improve her average to 167, and now she'll get another chance in game 2, this time against the ace for the Buccaneers, Anna Yanga. So Freelick, that was some high cheese right there, and Marissa Young laughing a little bit, as you could tell Freelick was maybe thinking about launching one as the wind is blowing out again. Whew, pretty good pitch, but caught a ball. My point of view is just a skew of home plate, just over to the left. So a lot of those balls that are hitting the outside corner probably are a little tighter, or look a little tighter to me than to the umpire. So you can discount anything I'm saying about the strike zone, although that one is across for a strike. Freelick in 2021, he had 3 starts. Last year, she had 19 starts and hit 4 home runs with 14 RBI and hit 345. This year, with that start earlier today, 3 starts, still looking for her first extra base hit. Lays off of that high cheese that time. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yonga. Good rip by Freelick. One way to create a winning culture is to get multiple players involved and not just run out the same 9 every time. And I think that's another part of the magic of Coach Young and the culture and the 5 pitchers and different catchers and the ability to move players around, the ability to bring in quality pinch hitters. All of it is working. And Freelick pretty good at bat, and that's a base hit. What an at bat. Rounding first. Good play by the left fielder Jones to get it in, but it'll be a base hit for the pinch hitter. So a 1-out base hit, as once again, every single move that Marissa Young has made today, I feel like it's fair to say has worked out, as that'll bring up Rodriguez getting the start in catcher, with Freelick standing at first base. Rodriguez grounded out to Markle, the third baseman, her first time up. With 1 out, Rodriguez fakes bunt, swings through it, strike 1. Marissa Young, seeing her down there at third base, a 3-time All-American selection as a pitcher. She was named the 2002 Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, and a year later, the 2003 Big Ten Player of the Year. She played 2 years of pro softball, one overseas in Italy, as this one's hit pretty deep, way back, and that's a home run. Yes, it'll go off of the center fielder Johnson, and it'll be a home run for Rodriguez. And Rodriguez puts 2 more across for the Duke Blue Devils, and they lead it 4-0. So Kyrie Rodriguez hangs in there, waits on it, gets inside the huddle. And Rodriguez, with a little bit of an assist from Lacey Johnson, will take it, folks. And that's her first career home run. She will never forget it, as it's 4-0. Johnson was back and went off her glove and then went over the wall. You kind of feel bad for Johnson, but it's 4-0. And now Christiana Watson, the redshirt sophomore, who has had 7 at-bats with 3 hits, will get a chance to bat here. And we'll see if this is another magical play for the Duke Blue Devils and their head coach, Marissa Young. So Watson comes in batting .286, 3 RBI, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, slugging at .286, on-base percentage of .333 after seeing the 2-run home run for Rodriguez off the glove of the center fielder and over the fence. Watson, a redshirt sophomore. This is her first season of action from Tucson, Arizona. So Anna Yanga, putting her 3-0 record and impressive stats on the line against this Duke team, finds herself down now 4-0. Duke with 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. 4 runs on 5 hits. They've left 2. Charleston Southern has not been able to get a hit off of Walker. Walker finished the last 2 of Game 1 and has pitched the first 4 of Game 2. Three ball, 1 strike pitch here to Christiana Watson from Tucson, Arizona. And she'll get a walk. And that'll bring up Jada Baker. And I think we'll have a pinch runner. So once again, every single move working out. We'll see if the pinch runner, Julia Boyette, works out. Certainly worked out when she came in to play second base. So now the junior from St. Louis, Missouri, will be pinch running at first base after Watson earns the 1-out walk. This after Kyrie Rodriguez, sent it yard off the center fielder and over the center field fence. It's 220 out to center field. So Rodriguez gave that a ride. Here's Baker now. She popped out to the second baseman her first time up, hitting .231 on the season, .250 when there's a runner on base. She's got one. And a strike. Boyette was thinking about stealing, then came back. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Four runs on 5 hits. Neat moment right there as Marissa Young came over and gave a high five through the fence to Watson for earning that walk. Again, just another perfect move by Marissa Young. And if I'm gushing, it's because it's deserved. Every single move she's made while keeping her primary pitchers not involved in this game has been quality. It's going to be tough play at second, but they do get the out. So pinch runner Boyette, good slide, but out at second. So a fielder's choice for Baker. And that'll bring up the top of the order and Gold. So Anna Gold, who has been a stalwart down at the hot corner. This game has a base hit and a run and a double and a run. So 2 for 2. Has that average back above 300. On base percentage at .412. She's got 2 doubles and a triple. Takes a look at strike one. It's the bottom of the fourth. Rodriguez with a 2-run home run has pushed this game to 4-0. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Charleston Southern if they can get out of it, and they will. But not before Rodriguez sends one over the center field wall, courtesy of a little assist from the center fielder Johnson. We played 4 innings, 2 innings of no-run ball, and in this game, she pitched 4 innings, did not give up a single hit, walked 3 and struck out 1. But her night is over as Coach Marissa Young will now bring in number 14, Jayla Wright, the junior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, the transfer from Michigan State. She is 2-1 on the season. This will be her 5th appearance. She has started 2 of those games. She comes in with an ERA of 3.31. She has struck out 20 and walked 4. This after striking out 111 a year ago. So Jayla Wright gets a little spin in the circle and comes in with some high heat. It was high. Wright last year finished 13-4 with a 1.96 ERA, her first season at Duke. This after a 21 season at Michigan State where she was 1-5. So what a difference a year in Durham has made for Wright, and that is low and nasty. Jayla Wright, she had 11 strikeouts against NC State a year ago. She has had a no-hitter. That was against Army also a year ago in February. Wright can sling it. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's give Lily Walker, though, a tremendous round of applause as she had a no-hitter, and Wright picks right up with a leadoff strikeout. So right now on the season, 21 strikeouts. Again, 111 last year against just 35 walks. This season, 21 strikeouts against just 4 walks. She's given up only 9 hits on the season in 16 and now 2/3 innings. She's given up 7 runs, 6 of those earned. And now the first pitch to Marco. Marco way late on it. Marco wearing 00. Grounded to the third baseman Gold her first time up. And in game 1, that 9-1 loss was 0 for 2. So 0 for 3 on the day is Lexi Marco. Not going to be easy against Wright. Jayla Wright. Started in the Big Ten, found her way to Duke. Now her second season, coming off an amazing 1.96 ERA a year ago. Hit sharply to the shortstop, little bobble. Oh, what a play. Wow. What a play as Gold has moved over to shortstop. And wherever Gold goes, she is golden. So brilliant at third. Now it's short with Tapia, who moved from first to third, So it's Davidson Goddard now out in center with Freelick, and then it's Tapia, Gold, Baker, and Boyette. So Boyette now, who was so good at second base, is now at first base. And did I mention that everything Marissa Young is doing here has been marvelous? 2 outs as digging in is Cribb. Cribb popped to the first baseman her first time up in this one. 1 ball, no strike from right. Woo. Duke is good, folks. They are really, really good. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Right out of the bullpen, just slinging it. If you're just joining us, Duke with a 9-1 win in Game 1 to push the record to 8-3. A game that ended in 5 innings. Picked up by Wright, throw over to first base, easy peasy. 4.5 done. Still no hits for Charleston Southern in Game 2. Your Game 2 score through 4.5. Duke 4, Charleston Southern 0.
More exclusive and behind-the-scenes look at Duke softball. Follow your Duke softball team on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Duke Softball.
The Duke Blue Devils coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. If they can somehow circle around 4, they can end it like they did the first game in 5 innings. They took that game 9-1. This game here, as we enter the bottom of the 5th, is 4-0. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 left on base for Duke. Charleston Southern, no runs on no hits. They've left 2. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Duke here in the bottom of the 5th. Remaining in the circle is the third will step in. Fielder's choice and a sacrifice in the third, 0 for 1. Batting .292 on the season. First pitch, strike. Davidson. 0-1 pitch. Popped in the air. Third baseman Marco underneath it. Marco next to Meckley, the shortstop. Johnson, the second baseman. Schoen Weiss, the first baseman. That's left to right across the infield. Walding now is out in left for the Buccaneers. Wearing number 27. Lacey Johnson, who probably still a little bit snake bit from that Rodriguez ball that went off her glove and over for a home run. This will be Tapia. So Tapia, who started the game at first base, now playing third base. Big rip from Tapia. Tapia flew out to center field and then had a base hit and an RBI in the third for the only run scored in the third. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit hard, but right at the shortstop, an easy play. Meckley over to Schoen Weiss. Now 2 down. And that'll bring up Torres. Torres, a sacrifice RBI, which remember she had a sacrifice, well, she had a walk that scored a run in the 9-1 win in the first game in her only at bat. And then her first at bat, drove it out to right field to score a run. And popped out to the shortstop her other time up. Ooh, she hits this one hard, pretty deep, way back and gone. A solo shot from Torres, and it's 5-0 Duke. Torres all over it. Kelly Torres, the junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, goes yard, and it's 5-0 Duke. So Torres now with her third home run on the season, matching her total from a year ago when she appeared in 43 games. So Kelly Torres has hit the weight room and is coming out strong. That was a no-doubter, and it's now 5-0 for Duke with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up Davidson, who had a 3-run home run in Game 1. Davidson in this game has grounded to the second baseman and grounded to the shortstop 0 for 2. Still her batting average on the season at .429, on base percentage of .484, slugging at .786 with 4 doubles and 2 home runs. Takes a look at a ball. This season, when batting with 2 outs, she's hitting .333. So the Duke Blue Devils, who in just 5 years are 5-3 all-time in the NCAA championship, just to give you an idea of the kind of success they have had just starting this program, now in their 6th season. And it starts with their head coach, Marissa Young, who took those 2 years to build it and get it ready. 2-1 pitch here to Davidson. Anna Yonga stays out there. That one hit hard, but right at the second baseman. We have played 5 complete. We have seen 2 home runs for Duke, including 1 from Torres. Duke now through 5. 5 runs on 6 hits. Duke 5, Charleston Southern 0. Game 2 after Duke took Game 1 by a score of 9-1.
Hey fans, your Duke softball team will be back here next Wednesday, March 1st, when they host North Carolina Central for a Bull City doubleheader. Bring your human and canine friends for another Bark in the Park game. First pitch is set for 4 p.m. and admission is free.
To the top of 6 we go in Game 2. Duke back out there defensively. We will get you caught up on where they are moving around to, as Coach Young is trying everything, and everything she's trying is flat out working, which has kind of been the story of her entire reign as the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils. The Buccaneers, Charleston Southern, with their number 9 hitter. Then they'll turn it back over to the top of the order. So Cadence Walding, a freshman out of Surprise, Arizona, Centennial High School, sends it over, and that's picked up by Tapia, now playing third base, as it's Davidson now in left after playing everywhere. Goddard now in center, Freelick in right, Tapia at third, Gold at short, Baker now at second, and Boyette at first. The catcher now for right, back out for her second inning, remains Rodriguez, who, like Torres, has a home run in this game. Top of the order, Meckley has been the most pesky. Wasn't planning on semi-rhyming there, just so you know. She had a walk in the first and grounded out in the third. After she walked, though, she left early, so she immediately was sent back to the dugout with an out, which helped Lily Walker, who did not allow a hit. And in relief, Wright has not allowed a hit. Wright, who comes into this game with a 3.00 ERA, 2-2 on the season. This is her 9th appearance now. She came in with 31 strikeouts. She's got one more, so 32 strikeouts on the season. It's going to be a tough play, and she'll throw this one over first base, and that will allow – oh, no. Ooh, I thought they let it go. Oh, it could be out at – yeah, they are out at third. Trying to stretch it into a triple was Meckley. So after a bit of a mess, once again, everything's still going right for Duke as Meckley tries to stretch it all the way over to third and is thrown out at third base for the second out here in the top of the 6th. What a play. What a tag by Tapia over at third. Good job backing up by Freelick. Everybody doing their job. Defensively, Duke is really fun to watch. You don't say that every day because, you know, you're looking for home runs and that type of thing, but this is a solid team. And Wright comes right back with a strike to Prince. Duke will have 6, 7, and 8. Freelick, Rodriguez, and Boyette due up, although don't be surprised if Coach Young gets some more players in. Fouled away. It is really hard to keep up with the speed of Wright. And another strikeout for Wright, and down goes the Buccaneers. We played 5.5 here in Duke. After Duke took game 1, 9-1, they have not allowed a hit in game 2. They're coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th with a 5-0 lead over Charleston Southern.
For Charleston Southern, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, none left on.
Welcome back to the Duke Softball Stadium. Game 2 between Duke, the number 14 team in the country, who went to 8-3 with a 9-1 win in Game 1 in 5 innings. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Stepping to the plate for Duke is Kennedy Barron, a sophomore from Section, Alabama. So Marissa Young will make it official with the umpire. And Kennedy Barron will get a chance to take a few rips at the ace for the Buccaneers, Anna Yonga. So Kennedy Barron looking for her first hit of the season. The sophomore did not play last year. So big opportunity for Barron. First pitch is wild. That's always nice when you haven't had a ton of opportunities. That first pitch is nowhere near the strike zone. Not much to think about. And you can kind of settle in a little bit, get your heart rate right. Barron just one official at-bat on the season. And that was a strikeout. That's a cross for a strike. So now Defensively, it's Walding, Johnson, and Cribb across the outfield. Markle, Meckley, Johnson, and Schoenweiss across the infield. Prince still catching. She's caught every inning in both of these games. 5-0. Good play by the second baseman, as that's Johnson over to Schoenweiss. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring up Rodriguez, who last time up hit one deepest part of the stadium, 220, and it went off the glove. Might even hit the cap, not sure, but the glove, then the top of the fence and over for a home run for Rodriguez. A solo shot just like Torres. So with that, an RBI. So Rodriguez now hitting 143 on the season with that home run. That was her second RBI of the season. She's yet to walk this year. She has struck out 4 times. She is boosting that slugging percentage up closer to 400. 1-0 pitch. Yonga has stayed in the circle for Christy Musser after Riley Lawfer did the same in that 9-1 win. Good play over at shortstop. Meckley over to Schoenweiss. 2 up, 2 down. So Julia Boyette flew out to center field her first time up. Still looking for her first hit of the season, just 3 at-bats. She's made contact every time. She has not struck out. She has been solid defensively at second and first in this doubleheader. Great pitch. Beautiful pitch from Anna Yonga. Yonga, a senior from Baldwin, Missouri. Ahead in the count. Vega waiting on deck. Number 17. So Vega hoping to have a chance here in the second game. She did make an appearance in the first game. Vega went 1 for 2, in fact, and had an RBI in that 9-1 win. Waiting on deck, and that pitch just misses. You see a little bit of frustration there from Yonga. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Duke Blue Devils have to be catching the attention of the national posters, the people that make the rankings. They are pretty close to moving their record to 9-3 with 3 quality losses, which says a lot. The 3-1 pitch, and that'll be a walk, so that will give Vega an at-bat here, which is exactly what Coach Marissa Young wanted. Marissa Young, assisted by Sydney Romero and Olivia Watkins, as well as the volunteer assistant coach, Nicole Schaefer.
Pitching for Duke, number 17, Amina Vega.
So Vega, now with 2 outs and a runner at first, has a chance to get a couple swings here. Duke's going to go on the road February 24th, where they'll play Ryder and Campbell. Then the 25th, Wagner and Ohio, my alma mater. Then Campbell again on the 26th. In for a strike. Vega. her 7th game of the season. The freshman from DeBary, Florida. 0-1 count. Outside. 1-1. Duke with 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. They have still not allowed a hit, and they're trying to add to their 5-0 lead. And that's going to be a base hit. So rounding second, heading over to third, Marissa Young pointing to third, and now runners at the corners here with the score 5-0. And with one swing of the bat now, Duke could end this game here in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody warming up as Christy Musser is going to stick with Anna Yonga. And this will bring up number 4, Anna Gold. So Anna Gold, base hit in the first, scored a run, double in the third, scored a run, fielder's choice in the fourth. Been great at third base, been great at shortstop, takes a big rip there and misses. Anna Gold, 9 home runs a year ago, so she has no problem walking this one out. Still a little bit of wind to right field. She took a rip at it to try to do that on that first pitch. Let's see what she does here. Lays off the off speed that just misses. Boyette at third, Vega at first, Gold at the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 5-0. A home run here would end it. Hits it pretty deep, pretty far, pretty long, and a walk-off 3-run home run for Anna Gold. And the Duke Blue Devils keep on rolling. Number 14 in the country, move to 9-3. They do the first game in 5 innings, 9-1. They take the second game in 6 innings. They do not allow a hit. They hit 3 home runs, including a walk-off 3-run home run from Anna Gold. And truly an outstanding coaching display from Marissa Young. An outstanding defensive display from Duke. Outstanding work in the circle from all 3 pitchers for Duke, and a big-time offensive display where they outscored Charleston Southern in 11 innings, 17-1.